Maze Production.
Edit, are you okay? Edit, are you okay? Are you okay? Edit, edit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But look, yeah, Hoodlum. I think a white dude told me about that movie, if I'm not mistaken.
No stuff.
I think I worked at John Deere with. He was like, "Hey man, you need to check out this Hoodlum." He even lent me the movie. I'm like, Lawrence Fishburne, he's definitely.
Oh yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Samuel L.
So do you lose black points when you get stuff like critical movies from white people?
It's fucked up because I think initially I do.
Hoodlum is kind of like at the brink of.
That's like a staple. Like, do you lose points?
Kind of.
Hoodlum though?
Yes.
It'd be.
It's
I
a
don't
staple
know.
black gangster movie.
You got the reason why.
Do we know about that shit though?
Nah, not that one. It's on the brink.
Yeah.
But it is another movie like Harlem Nights where the black people beat the white people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it's a true story. So.
Yeah, that makes it even better.
But that's not answering my question. Like, do you
I don't
lose
think
black
so,
points?
but if you want to take the blackness away from it, then you can take
You lose
it.
a couple points.
But bottom line, a white dude, a cool ass white dude told me about this movie. He also told me about, what the fuck was that? That mean ass movie, Cruel Intentions.
With
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With, Jason Felipe or something like that.
Yes.
Ryan Felipe.
Ryan Felipe.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
That's when they was
And
married.
the other one.
Sarah Jessica
Yeah.
Parker, but fucking
That's a good movie though.
she played Bewitched.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, is that it?
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I appreciate Caucasian movies.
You like used to always know the names. I'd be like, how do you know the names of the person? Like the other day we was talking, you knew the writer's name. I'm like, yeah, you in there. You know
Yeah,
what saying?
I'm paying attention. Like produced by, produce. I keep seeing Ty Phillips.
Right.
Like, you know.
Right.
So I think it's talent across the spectrum.
Yeah.
So I never want to be. Well, I can never be considered racist anyway because racism
You have to.
is a systemic.
Right.
High five.
It's a systemic
Yes!
thing. We
You got
can't be
power like
racist.
that, brother.
We're
You
not
get
powerful
that.
enough to be
You can
racist.
hook me up with something. You know
We
what
can
I'm
be
saying?
prejudiced in a motherfucker, but look,
We are prejudiced.
I rock with my white peoples that I've been knowing up until now. You know what I'm saying? The ones I went to school with.
Oh yeah.
The ones I went to wrestling with, man, it's a handful of them. They can say, nigga, I won't even be upset.
Right. I was like,
You know what I mean? Because I know they don't mean nothing by it. They're like, man, you my nigga. I'm
They
like,
can't
you know
help
what?
it.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because they grew up around us.
Right. It's
So-
like if
That's
you
how it
don't-
was at Grandview.
Yeah.
You just
handful
handful of them. You
Right.
like, alright, they cool.
Yeah. Well, shout out to White Boy Cody. That was his name at Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? White Boy Cody. That's what
White
they call
boy
him.
Cody. That's
He
what
was
you call him.
That's my nigga though.
Hey,
You know
man,
what
you,
I'm saying?
you,
White Boy
we
Cody,
on?
Yeah, we on, man.
Okay, nigga, here we go. Okay, all right.
Here we
Look,
go.
man, we trying to have some side conversation, man.
You know
This
what I'm
nigga got us
saying?
recorded, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? ConneKC off in here. AJ in the building. Pierre,
Back
Jay.
Yo.
Jay hit us with something a few days ago, but we wasn't ready for it a couple of days ago
We
Right.
really
because
weren't.
we was in a different element.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about that. Like, where would have that conversation?
That would have been very interesting.
Yeah, but you know,
highly doubt that it would have been pretty good. But anyway,
hey, you never know. You never know
I would have nothing
where
to
we
say.
go. There's no
because I
bounds to it. But so Jay, you hit us with something a couple days ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you.
You always do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get into it. Like, you the ones that always bring the heat.
Okay, so
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
The
I
special
read it.
editions.
Right. I read an article online. How it started is I read an article online about Evan Ross, how he got so much flack for a Gap commercial, or a Gap shoot, the way he was standing. And there was a lot of people like, oh, that nigga gay, I knew that nigga was gay, the way he's standing is gay, they already trying to emasculate black men, so on and so forth. And
Hey, hold on a second, real quick. Resume what you saying. But like, with this, we can show the stance. You know what I mean? Like we can show,
Oh yeah.
you know, the pose or whatever, so they can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. My bad, Jay.
You already know I'm gonna forget my thought when you.
No,
use
you're
the
not.
question.
Look, I'm trying to.
You was
I tell you to
explaining
resume.
He was explaining the thing.
But anyway, mostly it was what triggered me was I was like, I looked at the comment, because we look at the article was real short and brief, whatever, about him getting flack and whatever. So you don't pay attention most until the article. What you do is you go down and look at the comments. And it's mostly black people like, I knew that nigga was gay, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they going hard on him. This nigga posing gay, straighten up, man. You know what I mean? They going hard. So I was like, so what is masculinity, especially in the black community? Because me as a mother, I'm a mother. I'm not going to say I'm a single mother because his father is very active in his life.
Thank you for painting that distinction. I mean that shit too.
I was like, I'm not going to say I'm a single mother because he is around. But with him, me being the physical parent, he lives with me physically. So, like, where's the line? Ooh. I'm raising a little boy, and he's a very sensitive spirit, and I want him to keep that. He's a sweetheart, and I want him to keep that. But I also don't want to, I don't know what the line is. I want to grow him, so to speak, to be whoever he is. And I'm not that parent like, oh my God, if I have a gay son, I'm going to flip out. I don't give a fuck. With me being a bisexual woman, that would be kind of hypocritical of that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But
good point.
At the same point in time, like,
So
what is too soft? Right, like, what is too soft and what is not soft enough? Like, I don't want him to be like this macho dude who can't identify with his woman, but I also don't want him to be a pushover. Like, I don't know where the line is.
Well, this was a conversation we had not too long ago because I asked about, I believe you were telling me about someone that's in your family, or maybe it's a friend that you were wanting to invite on the show. And you know, I came with my off-kilter thought process, and I was like, is it possible for someone to be homosexual but also be masculine?
I have a friend, and when we talked about, especially in the beginning when he first came out to me, he was like, I'm gay but I'm not a fag. And I was like, what does that mean? I'm so confused. He was like, yeah, I'm gay. I like
He's not a flamer out here.
Relations with men, but I'm not. You're not gonna catch me singing Beyonce. That he likes Beyonce. I'm not gonna catch me singing all the single ladies. You ain't gonna see me snapping or no. I'm just a regular old dude who just happens to like sleep with men. I'm gay, but I'm not a fag. And I was like, that's so okay. I get that. It's still confusing, but I got you.
See, that's why I don't feel bad about saying fag, because when I say fag, that shit's not directed towards any homosexuals. I have family that's homosexual. I have people I was in choir with that was homosexual. I have no issue with homosexuality.
Right.
But, you know, just the whole thing, like, shit, where was I going?
You were saying, like, why you call him a fag, though?
Oh, yeah. When I say a fag, like, I say some shit on I'll call a straight nigga a fag. Right. Like, nigga, that was a fag move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I would call a teammate a fag when I barely got on court in high school for not telling me if it was a pick on the left or the right. Like, nigga, you fag. You could have told me about that pick on the left side. You fag ass nigga for that one. Right. So, respect on my dude, your cousin,
a friend,
your friend, for not taking fag derogatorily. I don't know if I even fucking created that word. Did I fucking create derogatorily? I don't know. Somebody, catch it.
But the question is, like back to watching Insecure, she was like not fucking with him anymore because he told her like, yep, once a long time ago when I was in wherever, I got drunk, dude went down to me, I didn't like it, it never happened again. And I had this conversation with multiple men across several ethnic spectrums. And it was like, oh, if you're a guy, you have sex with a guy, no matter what, you're gay. But as a female, having sex with another female, and they're like, oh, but I really like men more. I'm not gay. It's called experimenting. So
the women is.
I will be.
Y'all
the first
go to
one.
the bathroom together.
That's what I'm saying.
AJ can't be like, yo, I'm about to go to the bathroom.
Hey, nigga, you ain't going by yourself, nigga.
All right, he gonna be like, what?
Look, here's the thing. Like, I always say this shit too, and I get that point, but just from my scummy perspective, a nigga that been with 35 chicks, one nigga. It's like we don't have the room to be experimental. There's
Why
no
is
such thing
that?
as a bisexual male to me.
But see, that's
You gay.
what I don't get. I
Yeah.
don't get that.
Yeah.
Because that's not
It's
only
like
is
water.
it not.
Once you have a cup of water, all right, will you allow me to put a speck of dust in there, and you still drink it?
No.
Okay then.
Like,
But
so
what's the
Can I pour the
difference?
whole? Do I have to pour the whole dirt and soil and drop it in there? Or if you just see me just flick a speck of dust in there, you gonna be like, I'm not drinking that water.
So are you equating homosexuality to dirt?
no, he said dust. But
To say
hold up.
Dust,
Here's
ash,
the thing.
ash is dust to
Fucking
dust.
dishes.
Nigga.
Here's the thing. Right. Ass, did you say ass is the ass is dust to dust?
I said ashes.
This guy's something else, man. This fucking guy. I tell you,
But,
punchline
alright.
Pierre.
So, it's a lot of different things that's out here right now. Because we got the masculine. What does masculinity look like? Man.
It all goes on. It's
I think
all
we're going to
around
tell
the
belief
same lines.
system. If you go, look how you define what you.
And there's my next
Man,
question.
that's gonna
So
look
the
all
way
good.
we perpetuate our thinking is that conditioning of the church because that's where it came from.
I wouldn't
Well,
say the church.
I think it's
You know, yeah,
beyond.
maybe it's beyond
the
I
that.
think it's
church.
beyond that.
I
But
think
at the
it's
same point in time, if you go back into researching,
Because the church got a lot of choir, like he said,
Keep
choir
going.
directors
yeah,
Keep
choir
going.
directors and music, not just music. I mean, just
all around
pastors, whatever you.
that
may
they turn a
be.
blind eye to, and they
Yeah.
still say, "Oh, you're going to hell." But if you go back to ancient African spirituality, if you go back to these ancient tribes, homosexuals were considered the gatekeepers.
We said gatekeepers.
Gate-
My bad. My bad.
Like what?
I got twisted what you said.
Of
Okay.
course they were the gatekeepers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hate you.
yeah. But no, like I'm
G-A-T-E,
like,
gate.
like I'm gonna respect your history on that because
They were considered the gatekeepers. They were considered balanced in their masculine and feminine energies, no matter how they were embodied. Meaning no matter how they came birthed into this world,
Okay.
whatever gender, they were considered the gatekeepers. They knew the wormholes of
why do you keep using gay
Sexuality.
terms?
worm.
All right, my
It's
bad.
your
Keep
brain.
going.
Why would you say
You
that?
know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah,
like just give us a story without being so influenced.
I hate you so much.
I would say, but okay, so I challenge that. I challenge you with this because you said African spirituality. We know Africa would be the biggest continent. Is that
And the richest.
and the richest?
wealthiest.
So is that a portion of Africa?
That's considered. That's one tribe, the Dagara tribe.
Right.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
That's one dynasty.
right.
Okay.
Right. So
And I mean, of course, I don't know all the dynasties or what they are.
I was just
That's
trying to
one-
clarify. Yeah, I was
one
just
aspect.
clarify. Yeah,
That's
right.
still
Because there's so many.
right. So
different,
many. That's still
right.
African spirituality.
I got to pay attention to the subtle detail of your change of enunciation.
Dynasty,
You
dynasty.
said dynasty,
Mhm.
dynasty.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
for the
Why did you
just
do
for the listeners because you threw me off with that because you're taking the classes that you're taking. You're really diving deep. Is that the correct enunciation?
Not necessarily. It's like
Okay.
tomato. Just-
Okay. I just never heard dynasty before. I just know I went to somebody yesterday that went to dynasty school.
really.
For what?
Dentistry or dentistry?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just trying to. I'm just
Oh,
trying to work out.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
trying to
like,
work out
what?
the difference and whatnot. Fuck my mouth up. Feel
Which
like I
was-
got gangbang in
which
my
was
mouth.
kind of gay because she was like, "Why are you talking about people's mouths?"
Right. When my mouth was tender. No website yesterday, nigga. I couldn't feel shit.
He had
I couldn't even eat
surgery,
popcorn,
y'all.
nigga.
Yes, for y'all that need to get clarification.
Yeah, and by the way, man,
Dinner
shout out to my
dinner
nigga that
shot.
works at the spot that I went to. This nigga got on Damn Fools and was like, man, this nigga AJ was crying. I wasn't crying outwardly. You know what I'm saying? I
That nigga
was.
He went on the
Hurting.
show. He went on the show.
I
And
was just
said,
like, yeah, nigga posted that shit.
he went on the
This nigga
site.
AJ came here crying, nigga.
And
My
he came
bad.
and take a shot.
So my bad.
But I'm gonna say this. It's 27, like we said last time. We was talking about some rabbit trail stuff. It's 2017. So what does masculinity look like
In today's time.
in today's
In
time?
the black community. And I'm not even talking
In the
about.
black community.
I'm not talking about today's time. I'm talking about in the mindset
In the mindset of
In the
like,
mindset
you've already said preconceived.
of men. Period. today, I just said it. My son, his dad is like, no, that's not what we do. I don't like that. That's gay.
I do that too.
Don't do that.
I do that with my sons too.
I understand that, but what is gay?
It's whatever, for me, it's like whatever I deem that I want to allow as a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be that. Now, the problem is, if it ain't no man there, ain't nobody there to deem ain't no male perspective at that point.
Or there's no male perspective.
So I think that's the challenge in the black community. Is we know for sure in the black community, we have a high rate of single mother homes. So there's not a male perspective. So I think if you just want to go there and you don't want to make it gay or straight or whatever you want to say, you just make it say, if a man ain't there, a man ain't there. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't nobody to give a perspective to this young man.
When it comes in the vast community, I understand what you're saying. That is not the case in my house. Yes, there is no man present in this home. It's me, my son, and my mother living in.
There's a man present.
But there's a male present. His dad is very
That's
active.
how I answered it when I said when Dad said, what did Dad say?
He said no, don't do that.
Then he gave you that was my answer. Then he gave you he gave you masculinity right there.
Yeah.
He stood on his 10 toes and said, that ain't cool, that's cool.
So when it comes to the whole conditioning of what we deem as a man, P, me and you came from a dual parent household.
Right.
We grew up with mom and dad both in the house. So we saw the tandem with mom saying something to dad and dad being like, I'm not going to say shit back. And dad saying something to mom and mom being like, I'm not going to say shit back.
Right.
So we had the fortune of seeing mom and dad and the contrast of them two and siblings to discipline us. It's just we can't take for granted that there are a lot of households, as we've mentioned, where dad isn't in the house. So like when it comes to the whole discipline thing, it's difficult. I can imagine it being difficult for mom to be like, hey, I'm going to raise you to be the strongest man that you can be, and I'm going to be harder on you. And then when he goes over to dad's house, not speaking on your situation, but just a general example, when it's time to go over to dad's house, it's worlds of fun. It's oceans of fun. It's Disney World. It's, oh yeah, you can eat ice cream for breakfast. Jay?
And it's still, although that's very still, although I do have an active father in my son's life, it's just like that. I'm really hard on my son, and then he goes to his dad's house. He's like, man, you too hard on him. And I'm like, well, where's the line? I don't know where the line is. I have no clue where the line is.
Because you're dealing with a boy. So I think that's natural. I seen a dude debate with a person. They was doing talking about that whole bathroom thing with the, transgender stuff. He asked one thing. And he was like a rabbi because they was on him because they was protesting. So he was just standing on his whatever his stance of, hey, we can't change what you naturally are. You can't change that. So he was like, and he asked a lady. They was arguing back and forth about all kind of stuff. I ain't gonna get into all that. But long story short, he hit her with one thing. He was like, you saying that you got the choice to change, your gender or whatever, just call yourself a boy, and you was born a girl, call yourself a girl. He said, but how old are you? She was like 25. He's like, no, you ain't. You 12.
What was his
change your age.
What was his stance on saying that she was 12?
Say you wouldn't debate. We're not gonna debate on that. I said, wow. I said, you can't.
Right, you can't debate because I know how old I am, no matter.
I was born in 1982.
Yeah.
So facts.
Okay.
I was born in 1988.
That's a fact. So nobody's gonna talk you out of that.
Who's gonna talk me out? He said, but no, you're 12, according to what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
No, I'm 25. No, you're 12, because I feel like you should be able to choose how old you are. I said, well, I can't go back and choose originally. He said, exactly, that's my point. He was born female. And so you was born that's what you can't choose that.
And I hear that perspective. I do hear that perspective, but what is not taught, especially in religious culture, is that when you are born, you come with masculine and feminine energies, no matter what. There's a yin and a yang, the light and the dark, evil and good. You come with those things already in you.
Oh, look. I'm seconding what you're saying. We all have masculine and feminine. We are all yin and yang.
Right.
I read the Kemetic principles.
Yeah.
We are man, we are woman. We're just in different
embodied bodies.
embodiments.
Yeah, you have masculine and feminine,
woman.
but you're an embodied male.
Right.
I would say this. Because we talking science. I like this conversation. I would say men are, but women aren't. Men have XY chromosomes. Women have XX.
You're talking genes. I'm talking
which
energy.
we know genes is kind of like when you start talking about genetics, you start talking about the makeup of the individual, how they act, how they look, and things their inclinations.
Understandable. You're talking straight biological science. I'm talking spiritual energy. Like when you come in, because you're more than just that.
I think that's all. I don't separate it though, because you can't. If that's who you are, that's who you are.
But when you're talking about a flesh suit, I'm talking about the spirit and the soul.
I think that's
because once you die, your body is left. Your robot's left behind, and you move on to the next plane, heaven, whatever you believe in. You go on to the next realm. Your body don't go with you.
Right, and I'm saying I agree with you. I'm saying that I think that the makeup of the individual is even though that does come out to your genetics as far as how you look. I think it also applies to how you act as well. It's like who you are, your character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
as a person.
I agree with that. So,
in that shift, like going into your spirit, your energy, your spiritual energy, is just who you know. I mean, things you're prone to. I think when you look at it from that standpoint, you are gonna break it down and say, man, okay, we should be able to look at things. What is women XX?
That's what you said, yeah. They men are XY.
Even though you don't have a Y, I'll never come to you from a Y. I shouldn't come to you with a Y perspective because you don't have a Y perspective. But I can come to you from an X perspective. But what you're saying is, well, how do I raise my son who's XY and I'm XX? How do I give him something that I don't have?
It's not about raising them. It's about not using my own thought process and putting that upon him. Because yes, I'm a woman and I don't feel like that as a woman. I'm not saying I can't raise my son because I can raise him to be a stand-up citizen. Right. I can raise him to be a good contributor to society. I can raise him to be
I'm just saying scientifically.
I know I can raise him, but I can't and that's what I do agree because I can't as a woman teach a man how to be a man because I'm not a man. I mean, when it came down to even potty training, I was like, I don't know how I go about this. I'm sure there's plenty of women that have potty trained their male sons, but I was like, that's your job.
But it's not going to be the best example of treating a male how to be potty trained is by using a male, another male. Right. Yeah, I get that point.
I was like, that's not my job. That's your job, and I don't expect my
how do you give him
others.
a why? Right, that's why. That was my point. Well, how do you give him a why?
One thing that I want to say about this is, me and you, we've been married for quite some time, man. Yeah. I'm on my 13th.
I'm on 12.
You know what I'm saying? May it'll be 13 years, and I hate to say it, but there's a particular reason why I'm still married, and I think a part of that is I've had to think feminine. There have been times where I've been like, what can I do from a feminine perspective to speak to my wife for her to even fucking stick around and want to be home. As much as I've hated that shit. Right. And she's had to think masculine for me to stick around. And I hate to say that I have to think feminine, but there are times that I do.
It's a very true statement, but you speak feminine because you own that energy. It may not be a dominant energy because you're an embodied male, so that's more dominant. But there are females out here who are embodied females, but their masculine side is more strong than their feminine side.
And that's unfortunate because those are the ones, no matter what look, no matter how bad they are, no matter what kind of job they have, they could be blocking the man of their dreams because they're thinking so masculine.
Nah, I agree.
And I had
That's kind of heavy. Though.
I had that same problem. I was like, why do I keep attracting these guys? Because I'm very alpha. I'm very dominant male. I was not in.
So
like I know. Go ahead, P.
I was not very in touch with my feminine side.
Is it equal to say male equals dominant in that character?
In that character,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just character alone, like because
characteristics. The masculine is automatically more dominant because masculine energy is the man, the protector, the linear thought process, the whole nine.
Yeah, physiologically superior.
All of that, right?
That was just a question.
And it's true. When you think of feminine, feminine is more not linear thinking, but it's more spiritual thinking, more circular thinking, so to speak. It's less masculine, more
so you saying
subtle.
Do I hear the word? Excuse me, balance here? Like
balance.
Is there a balance that's needed?
It has to be.
It has to be.
Because I know I've talked to my wife about a woman being, because of women's cycle and things are just natural to women. It causes them to be moody, emotional, all this stuff, right? Stuff, man, we don't know.
Shit that I don't.
We don't know nothing about, right?
Nothing.
I don't know. Even if people say, "Oh, well, you overplaying that," it ain't that deep. Well, I still don't have even the inkling of what that experience is like. You know what I'm saying? But I told her, I said, as a man with testosterone, I said I can't respond the way a woman can. I said the emotional response that a woman can give off, it has more effects when a man responds. If I respond emotionally like you do on your level, the impact of me doing that is way more detrimental to the people, to myself and the people around me, and to my community or to wherever else. So I said you have to look at it and say, I ain't say I'm better. I can't say I'm better, but it's just a difference. That's all. It's just a difference there. So when we talk about how the guy look, it's well, I look at the picture. It's like, will somebody be able to just run in your house and run? So people assuming why he taking that picture
right,
like that?
And he's clearly
they're making assumptions based off of what the type of impact you have. I think that's what it gets.
So is that more so a morality issue because your moral code or your morals? No, your moral code and your moral standard is very different than mine. Like what I think is right, you may not think is right. What I think is wrong, you may not think is wrong.
Right. So
the viewing of it and the impact that he's posed had on whoever had something to comment, is that more a morality thing? Is that less cultural, more morality, or is that more cultural, less morality?
What I think about is what was encoded in me from my dad and from my dad's dad is to be a protector, to be a grown man, and to cover your family.
Right.
Like taking apart, maybe you not washing clothes and folding up laundry and all that shit.
Right.
Your main focus is protection, no matter how in shit you may be.
Right.
Okay, so that is your definition encoded in your
That's a part of a definition.
That's a part of your masculine definition.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to take that and flip it to the other side. So this man over here who has a male partner and a family.
Are we talking about a domestic
gay couple
partnership? Okay.
Yeah, if they are, and now they can even legally get married. So you have this man who has a husband who's doing the exact same thing that for his family that you're doing for yours. Is he less masculine than you because he's sleeping with a man?
Like from an ain't shit perspective, I'ma say,
of course,
yeah. But from a real,
based on
straight definition.
In everyday life, no, because they can go get up and they work jobs and get stuff done like anybody else do. But when it comes toe to toe, it's like fuck, hell no. You soft to me. I'm just saying, you're not gonna get when it it's more of a not my business thing till it becomes. You talking to me? Hold on. Are you saying something to me, or is it involves me?
I couldn't see
don't involve me.
There's never been a gay dude coming at you
no, not trying to come at me like that, but saying what if they want to fight you? You don't even know this dude gay, but y'all about to fight over something. You gonna be like, I'm not losing. You just gonna say that.
I'm saying,
not gonna let no gay dude beat me up. You just gonna say that.
But you just said. But even if I don't know, the question still remains: is he less masculine than you because he has a husband?
Of course.
I don't like. I really don't.
But
give,
how you just contradicted your statement?
I don't give a fuck.
Because you said, well, I don't know if this dude is gay, but if he's trying to come at me, if y'all trying to fight, I'm not gonna let this dude.
If I knew and then he trying to fight me, then yeah, it's like in my mind, my adrenaline is gonna go up 10 times more
because he's gay.
The fucked up thing.
I'm not about to lose to it's like fighting a woman. I'm not about to lose to a woman, or I'm not gonna lose a race or a basketball.
Okay, so that's your personal.
That's difficult, man. I think that I have the possibility of getting my ass whooped by a lot of gay dudes. Like,
yeah,
I'm thinking of, let me see. Martellus Bennett. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to my Patriots.
Martellus Bennett's gay?
No, I'm just saying. Just as an example.
He was like, what?
That's right. That's a
just
good
as
point.
an example, Martellus Bennett.
This
nigga's what? 6'7",
but we gonna go down like it ain't never went down before.
Yes,
my
you are gonna go down.
That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna go down swinging. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fight.
That's all I'm
figure
saying.
out.
As a man, though, you gonna go down swinging. That's my whole point.
Well, what to stop a gay dude from going down swinging, though? You know what I mean? Like, personally, I don't get... Nigga, like, don't play on my words, man. Don't play on my words. Like, I don't... It's not up to me to determine what kind of manhood... Like, what kind of manhood a guy is unless he's challenging.
Me, that's why I say it ain't no point. I don't even care what you do until it comes to my house or come to me individually. Like,
okay.
So if I ain't the type of dude that look on there like Pesos posted something about Lil Uzi Vert, the little rapper dude, and I ain't gonna lie, what he's doing on that stage, you know, it kind of like it was like hashtag this nigga is gay AF.
So you can say what you can say is fuck.
Well, it said I'm just literally that's what it said. It said hashtag gay AF. So I was like, okay, let me watch it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, he put a funny face. I said, you know, it's probably funny. And I watched it. It was like, man, yeah, that's kind of like drawing a line. Like he's like, you know what I'm saying? He like on some Vogue type shit.
Talking about antics. Okay, I got that.
Yeah, like maybe he being funny. I know a whole bunch of hard dudes that do joke like that.
Dudes that be on Facebook dressed up as chicks. Hey, make it jokes.
Okay,
can I say this?
That's another thing.
This is something that we haven't talked about.
Cross dress.
The definition of masculinity has not been narrated by us.
Yeah,
it has been narrated to us.
Okay.
So we never need to look outside of ourselves when it comes to the definition of what a grown man is. Just some examples, some obvious examples. Prince, rest in power.
Right.
Some more guys who have come off as feminine, but we known have gotten major pussy.
Come in your house and take your chick.
You know what I'm saying? Prince. Who else? I'll say Trey Songz. That nigga's a gay straight nigga to me, but he'll take my chick. You know what I mean? Like, we are so, when it comes to our community, us black folks, we
judgmental.
We are more judgmental than
we very judgmental.
People outside of
ourselves.
us. Yeah,
now, I will say that when you,
because we don't.
Well, not to cut you off. When she used a point like we learned a lot from church, it gave us our morals. I think it gave us a lot of character issues. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about being judgmental, it was just natural sometimes people to say, well, that ain't what the words say. So they just naturally became judgmental to everything versus really holding themselves to the fire and be like, well, I ain't making it a point to every time I see something, make sure I tell the world that, hey, you know what, them over there, you know, AJ, man, you know what I'm saying, that dude's a thief, all right, or Jay, you know what I'm saying, she be lying, or, you know, man, them dudes, they just crazy, man, they fight, it's like, that became a culture, you know what I'm saying, to always want to broadcast what the other person is doing and give something
to deflect from themselves.
And to deflect from yourself. That's my whole point. So when it comes to that, like I ain't looking at it like I'm gonna just flip the page because it ain't for me. It don't interest me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no 2 cents for it. You know what I'm saying? But you know the next man might have to. They go on there and post and say, hey, that's this, he this. You don't even know this man. He married with kids and he making money, get on the shoot, about to go do a movie. Ain't that Diana Ross's son, by the way?
Evan Ross.
And you up here
He married. Just had a baby.
So my thing as a man, I think a man don't get in another man's business like that. Like it's like almost women.
A man getting into another man's business is gay. So you saying a man getting into another gay man's business is gay unless the gay man is getting into your business.
Right. You lost me, then it came right back.
I was like, what?
He put it all in perspective.
I'll boomerang that shit when I come back with it.
Around.
It's like, why the hell are we...
David Allen Greer over here.
Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to say. This guy is fucking good. He had a chance to get at Halle, but he was too nice.
Right, too nice.
So she might have viewed him as too feminine.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Halle viewed him as too feminine in Boomerang?
And he didn't get the boots.
And she respected
the straight
Eddie Murphy.
That's why I always was a jerk, bro.
Jerks win.
Yep, I always was a jerk. It's like I'd rather be on the losing end of being myself versus
the winning end of you don't know who the fuck you are. You just being a fake nigga.
Yeah.
Because you can sleep with your real self being rejected.
Exactly. Like, you know what?
That says a lot about your character.
Y'all can kiss my ass. Exactly. That's basically. And so I would say as a man, we kind of get. I think women be on that too. So when you flow back and forth, they be on some kiss my ass type stuff too. Very much so. You know what I'm saying? Very, very much so. You know, especially with whoever. You know, but at the end of the day, you made a good point. I'm protecting my surroundings, and women are it's not making women less. I want my woman to roam with me. So we roaming our.
I'm not talking about patriarchy,
but it's more on my.
I'm talking about like, according to his definition, what has been ingrained in him as an aspect, or is according to his definition of what masculinity. So I flipped it. If that's masculine, that's what masculine is. If this person over here is doing the same thing, why is he less masculine?
Why words in Latin and Spanish say masculine and feminine? I only never understood that. Maybe that's why I got F's in those classes.
You're talking about the endings and the transitions?
Yeah, like, wow, what's the difference? Oh, this makes it masculine. Nigga, we saying the same thing. We want to go play kickball.
I'm talking about Spanish.
Yeah.
Hablo.
But no, that's not the masculine.
Hablo, habla. Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I don't know who was the definer of that.
Whoever created that language.
Yeah. Hey, this one thing I do want to say. Like, when it comes to my children, I have 2 boys. Jay has a boy.
You got 2 boys.
DeAndre has 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So he has
a very balanced household.
Yeah, he has to think masculine and feminine.
Yep.
If it comes to a situation and I have sheltered or steered my sons away from any influences and telling them to be as objective and as strong as they can be in that person, there would never be a time where I'll banish them. Even this is an example. Because this isn't true. Because my boys love girls. Right. But if one of them came to me and was like, "Hey, I'm interested in guys," I would want to know. Yeah, that sounded gandy as hell.
Right.
But I would want to know like where that came from.
Exactly.
Because I did everything I could to keep him away from.
But you gotta keep in mind that
so I was pushing hetero. I wasn't pushing homo.
Well, I mean, but you're not you're not that child's only influence.
True.
Yeah, your son grew up in a household with mom and dad in there, and that's what your son witnessed his whole life or whatever. But there's other influences.
School.
I loved it best when my little kid. There was usually only 2 type of people. There was black people and there was gray people. And gray encompasses anybody who was lighter than him. You're gray. Period. And there was no they're lesser than me. They're just gray. I'm black, you're black, but you're gray because you're light. Sorry. Right. I didn't make you that way. That's just what you were. That's just what he was. Until he went to school and he came home and he was like, so-and-so told me that she was white and I was black and she's better than me because she's white. And I was like, fuck. So that's another outside influence.
I think, that is outside influence. And from what I've heard, just from different podcasts and folks who have traveled across the world, we're the only ones that are hung up on black and white.
We are, because when
Like,
I went to Brazil,
there was no black and white
they had
in Brazil.
the blancos, the mulattoes, and the negros, but that wasn't a different. It didn't make a difference.
Differentiation.
It just made that's just what you were. But at the end of the day, you were all
Like
Brazilian.
wearing glasses.
Yeah, because I was asking them, like, are you black Brazilian? They was like, no. Why are you doing that?
Brazilian.
I'm Brazilian.
Like, we don't separate the people who wear glasses in America. Like,
Right.
well, you know the people that wear glasses, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
All right, guys who don't wear glasses or people who don't wear glasses, man. You know they just stupid, man. They just, you know, they not educated. It's
Yeah.
like,
Unfortunately,
we're the only country to do that with black and white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's won and lost. And it's lost that when it comes to our Caucasian counterparts, they have used that against us, and in turn we have used that against ourselves.
Yeah.
But we have expected change to occur outside of us.
Yeah.
Why are we expecting a change to occur outside of us to tame us on how to treat each other?
That's a very good question.
So we get to the point where you got the buck breaking or whatever they should do on the slave.
Buck breaking.
And so instead of me coming to you like, hey man, you know what? Let's go kill this mother. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Right, let's go kill
I
this
know when he
motherfucker
feed the
with
pigs. I know when he bring the meal for the pigs over to John Boy. When he do that, we gonna kill him. Man, I saw what he did to you. Versus we sit there and we talking. I'm talking about you to your wife, or to your woman, or to your kids. Like,
what is that?
Man,
Dirty Mac? Is that Dirty Mac?
it's dirty Mac.
Is that what you telling me?
As well as it's like you said, it's allowing something of the outside influence to ruin what's going on the inside of our community and really make it build. Because now I ain't gonna trust you, you ain't gonna trust me. We can't work together. You might be the best carpenter on the thing. We might be able to go build us a house, but now I just ruined that relationship because the way I came at you and vice versa. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. So when you like your guy. Ross, when he takes the picture, now it's like, yo, I saw this movie about to pop up, or he got a new bid. He come to Kansas City. I'm not going to go see the man. You know what they said, man? They and this and that and the third. And it's like we spend more time tearing ourselves down. That's my issue.
Yeah.
No matter what, whatever it is.
Spend more time.
You know, whatever it is, we spend more time. Whether I agree, I disagree with homosexuality, but I'm not going to tear you down. If that makes sense.
I agree with that statement.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tear you down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do what they call a witch hunt on you. You know what I'm saying? At all. Not at all. But I don't like people who steal from. I know drug dealers who rob their homeboys. I don't like them niggas.
Yeah.
You worse.
So you viewing that the same as you.
Yeah, like bro, I ain't gonna. I don't want to spend. You know what I'm saying? You the same way.
Well, I have to say, I said this. I'm a homeboy, our homeboy, Keelan's post. He made a post early on Facebook
right
today.
On time too. Yeah.
About a particular article. I don't remember the specifics of it.
Somebody went into a restaurant or something and
started calling out racial slurs
and shot some.
There's three
people. Yeah.
3 people.
Yep.
So the writer / narrator of that particular story did not focus on the shooter. He focused on. He just basically focused away from the shooter.
Right.
And.
It's on his PTSD and all.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on PTSD.
And him being a vet.
Yeah.
Like.
So that's the cop out. But when you have a grand narrator to say, this is the kind of story you're gonna give me because I hired you, I'm gonna be your puppet master. You are gonna be my mouthpiece.
Right.
You're gonna deceive your community.
Right.
And he may be successful. He may even have some millions in his pocket.
Right. No, most of that. It's a real cruel game, man.
There's a system that pushes effeminization upon us.
Right. It's cruel intentions, man. For you to always bow, if you're always in a position to bow down to a man, you see what I'm saying? And that's
we're not built to bow down to another man.
You're not built to. That's all my point. That's it. I got to stand on my own 10 toes and say, hey, this is what I represent. This is what I do. Whether I fail, I succeed, or I go to greatness, or whatever you want to call it, I still show up the next day to say, you know what, this is how you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? And so when you throw in somebody that's gay, like I said, somebody that's gay but they got a great business plan, I'm gonna say, man, you better show up and do your best. Don't get gay on me now and be like, oh, can I do it? No, I'm just playing. That was a joke.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Show up and give your best and be
Yeah.
like, hey, man, I put this together. This is what it looked like. Boom. Leave it at that.
We getting money.
Exactly.
Okay, taking that model, that then leads me back to my previous question. Whatever your sexual orientation is, why does that make you any less masculine? So if I got a guy that's making as much money as Bill Gates,
Because you're taking a dick in your ass. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. Let's just
but what
go
if you're
ahead and say
not?
that.
What if you're not taking?
What if you're the taker? Is that
What
where
if
you're
you're the
going?
giver?
What, oh yeah, giver.
I'm vice
What if
versa.
you're the giver?
I'm saying
The
either
point
way.
is, but why does that specific
You ain't gonna paint us into a gay corner, goddamn.
Right.
Now, I try to give the masculine and feminine, but I'm gonna side on how good pussy is.
Right.
Pussy is amazing.
It's soft and wet.
But what I'm
I
saying
don't know
is,
what male ass is like, and I don't want to fucking find out because it can't be better than sunshine pussy.
That nigga said such. I want to say, I want to get rabbit trail. I was about to.
right? I was great
Explain
show.
it, sunshine.
Sunshine. Man, I was watching Harlem Nights.
Right, I was great
So
show.
yeah, say no more.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
And, you know, that's
That's
back when Layla Rashawn
Oh, man.
was actually bad
Hey.
before.
Get your mama. What do you say?
Get
Say
your mama on the phone. Hey,
Tell her I'm not coming.
I'm
home.
not coming
Not
home.
coming home.
You know what I mean? That's that sunshine.
Right. Yes.
Ooh,
How can it get better than
it
that?
remains the same. Okay, that's your perspective.
This is true.
Right.
That's your
And
perspective.
so right. So
The question, in essence, is
I can't speak for nobody else. I can't speak for AJ.
you can't
I
speak, for your.
you.
I mean, okay, you can't speak for them. I'm saying in your mind, because I'm trying to just broaden horizons. Why is this person, this individual, any less masculine? Because.
They ain't even less masculine.
And they doing the same thing you do for your household, the same thing you do for
They
your
not
wife
doing
and
the
your
same
kids.
thing. They got another man at home.
Doesn't matter.
It
That's
does matter.
sexual orientation. I'm saying if they still out here being a good citizen, making that money, taking care of their family, why is this person less masculine than you?
They might not be less masculine per se, to a certain degree, with an asterisk. Like AJ said, it's an asterisk there. Like I said, they might be a contractor, construction guy, or man, you know, they might be in the army. You know, don't ask, don't tell. They might have killed. Huh?
They can talk.
I'll just have it funny. They might have murdered 35 people over the last time they went to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this dude right here puts in that work, you know what I'm saying, with that M16, right? So I ain't gonna take none away like, hey, I want to kill her, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, for me, like I said.
So it's individual based.
Because I'm
So
gonna be
it's
like, I don't care how many
so
people
it's less
you kill.
community,
You
more
ain't gonna-
morality. That's your moral code, though,
You
right?
said what?
It's less community-based, more morality. So it's not
No,
really.
I'm
It's not
saying-
even the black community per se. It's the individual conscious of the individual person, basically.
And how that relates to your circle, yeah. And how that relates to your circle. Me flip, what was it, a magazine or an internet page you had where you saw a dude in the Gap commercial?
I think it was a
Me
page.
going through that, I'm not spending no energy. You won't see me post like, hey, y'all come. I'm bringing attention to that. I'm not bringing no attention to that. That's all I'm saying. So the energy I put in to bring attention to, I think that's weak. Like, I don't care. Like, I put more attention on, like I said, to a black person that's robbing the community for their money. Or, you know what I'm saying, or that's continually, you know what I'm saying, exploiting us to the white man's pleasure. I'm going to put more attention on that. So if they are using a homosexuality to do that, they going to get it from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? From when it comes to me. But, you know, are they less masculine? I mean, they're going to do masculine things. They're a man. They're a man. They're still a human being. You know what I'm saying? They still, like you said, go to work, do stuff. I don't know, man. It's kind of like you really backed us into a corner.
It's not back into a corner. I'm just basically
it's a good
asking
question.
a very good question.
It really is, because, like you said, you can't take that away from them doing things that are
They
very
do
masculine.
the same thing you do, except for you sleep with a woman, they sleep with a man. Period. That's it.
Well, the difference
That's
is
a lot,
that
though.
we create life after we fuck.
That's a good point. I got life stored up in this.
Yep.
You may have life stored up in the
But no,
most of it
look,
jerked onto
let
the
me
floor
not
like
get this
everybody
twisted,
else's.
man, because
Yeah,
like,
you
real,
going
for
out
real.
on the floor.
There are people that I love and that I respect, and they've taken the homosexual path, and there has been none that have offended me. I am not homophobic. I don't give a fuck.
I was
Because
because
I
I realized how dismissive I was of somebody that was trying to help me do something that I couldn't do, and I realized how shallow it was for me to be just homophobic, just purely homophobic.
Well,
you know what I'm
congrats
saying?
to you.
Like I was just like I always used to laugh, like you know what I'm saying. I met Scummy B. We was real.
I can only
scummy.
imagine.
Yeah, so it
I
was
can't.
like everything was in. We was in. I'm very immature. I admit, I'm probably still very immature. You know what I'm saying?
That you are.
You know, so it's just
I
like
know I sure as shit.
so some of that just be pure for laughter's sake.
Yeah.
But when you really get down, like at the gig, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, this cat really know how to do this job very well, so I need to shut up and learn. Versus like, I'm saying, nigga said he wanna
Yeah.
you know, and be on that all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
We need to create our own definition, and quit trying to worry about what people who don't have our best interest at heart define for us. That's just the bottom line. We need to stop subscribing to bullshit. We need to stop subscribing to the newest fashion magazine, because there's a different trend and there's a different season every single week. Okay?
Right.
You said something about Evan Ross and his pose. As you also said, Lenny Kravitz has had the same pose, but it's never been a question of Lenny Kravitz's masculinity.
The best of the best.
All I know from him is this nigga gets ass. He pulled Denise.
He did pull Denise Huxton.
They had a badass daughter.
He did do that. And everybody
And
liked
this
Denise.
nigga winning. Everybody liked Denise.
Right. She was before Rudy.
Yeah.
He was the booty before Rudy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Before Playboy.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? We had a crush on her.
Right.
So, we have a system that's pushing.
Y'all seen Sacred Heart?
Nah.
She getting
Is that a college basketball team?
It is, but it's also a movie that Denise played in where she got naked. I don't know how I had this VHS when I was young, but I definitely watched it.
You the man with the master plan,
Yeah, I
man.
definitely
Master
saw that.
plan Pierre. You know what I mean?
I definitely watched that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that belonged to. But,
Everybody
you know
gonna go
what I'm
find this movie.
Right. Is that the one? Is that the one where Bill Cosby was like, "Hey, nope, I'm done with it."
That might have been it because it was out there. It was almost like some Cinemax late night type stuff.
I mean, but there was a spinoff. She went to a different.
You know what? Not just a spinoff, possibly, arguably, one of the greatest fucking spinoffs ever.
Did y'all see that post? You had Martin, Cosby's, Fresh Prince, and different world.
Well, wait a minute,
One
though.
gotta go. Which one?
Well,
One gotta go. Hold on.
In respect to spinoff, though, I can't answer that. Because Martin was a spinoff.
Of what?
Martin was not a spinoff.
Oh, you said it wasn't a spinoff.
No.
Oh, right.
Different World was a spinoff.
Fresh Prince one is
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince was a spinoff. What was the other movies you said?
The Cosby's. That wasn't a spinoff.
Cosby.
But that's not the question. But his thing was
Which
the
one
question
gotta
is
go?
Which one gotta go?
You said you said Martin, Cosby's,
Different world.
And
Different
Fresh
World.
Prince.
Fresh Prince.
One gotta go.
Hey, man,
Which
fuck
one?
all that, man. Nope. No, man. See, that's the system. That's the system trying to make us pick against great ones.
I got you.
I ain't gonna answer to it.
So you saying what you
Wait.
What you saying then is you got 4 great historical black shows that you willing to go down for, man. Nope, we not letting none of them go.
None of them go.
If we all can't get in here, we ain't coming in.
Right.
I like that perspective. I
We
like
went past that perspective. It's always one person in the room that won't just answer the damn question.
I'm the nigga that won't answer the damn question. You ain't gonna motherfucking box me in. You ain't gonna box me in.
Nobody puts baby.
Get that. Nobody. You know what I mean? Shit, man. Hey, where we at? Okay. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a good show.
Say what you want to say on the closing. I done said what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? This is a great topic. This is a great
I
topic.
wonder if they gonna pick that up.
Well, I don't know. I hope not. But was the last one? Was that picked up? The interference over there?
Yeah.
Was it?
But then again, they were talking.
Okay. I don't know if that is, which that's the reason why it took so long for me to come up out of there, because I didn't want the backlash to
It was
be shown.
quite loud.
Was it?
It's just about as loud as his.
Oh, then okay. Well, shit, I can't
It is
fight nature. I can't fight nature. Shit. But there's no knock. It's just a shame that we persecute each other for what a perception is, but we drive our attitudes and our Facebook posts and our tweets and our Snapchats off of perception. If we feel like there's something that is successful and that's something that is better than most of the people that we have, generally speaking, we're going to use that shit. So communism is a horrible thing for a lot of us.
But it was great for Cuba.
Yeah. So why couldn't it be great for us? Like, why does communism equate to everyone struggling and never being poor? Why can't communism... Is there ever a communist society where everyone is wealthy and they know that they're wealthy and everybody is winning? Was it not called communism? What was it called before communism?
That's pretty hard right there.
I'm going to take a sip of this Modelo. Mexicans make the best beer.
It's pretty good.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. No
Jay,
complaints.
look, hey, we can shut it off. Hey, we can shut it off.
I
didn't
done
say-
jumped in.
I didn't say anything. I'm looking at my phone. It's updating. What are you
We
talking
got-
about?
Look, your phone been
so
updated long enough.
real quick. On ESPN First Take or one of them shows, they was trying to ride Jameis Winston real hard because he went to go speak at an elementary school on his own volition. He drove his, probably $200,000 car on his own time to go speak to some kids at an elementary school. Well, some kids was playing in the back. He made the boys stand up, and he basically told them, like, be strong, women, be polite, be silent, be gentle. And they was like, they really puffed up the whole part that he told the girls to be silent. But what he was really doing was telling the fellas, like, hey, man, like, you got an opportunity to learn something, to be about something. Don't be jacking off with your time. You know what I'm saying? He basically singled out the fellas, and they basically said, well, he's demeaning the women and this and that. And I said, he drove up there on his own time. His agent didn't call. The NFL didn't make him do it. He went to that school on his own, and y'all still find something. I mean, I think that, yeah, you can be wiser.
Become more politically correct.
Yeah, you can be a little bit more politically correct, but you also can be like ConneKC and be like, we're going to say whatever we want to say. And if you don't like it, you're going to take it how you take it.
Who made the definition of what politically correct is? How about that?
Politicians.
So I'm saying all that to say this. Why the fuck are we not politically correct when we created our own definition of what PC is?
I had this conversation earlier when it comes to feeling how you feel about whatever, and I told the person I was speaking with, however you feel, I'm not responsible for how you feel. I'm only responsible for how I feel, because in this life it's about self-mastery, not mastering you and your feelings. I gotta master my feelings and my own. How you feel about
That's
what I said.
selfishness, ain't it?
It is, but is it selfishness or is it self-care or is it self-priority?
Just playing devil's advocate, because
Right.
it is.
It's priority. I'm
It's all
self-care
those.
priority.
Yep.
I prioritize my self-care over your feelings, and I'm sorry that's how you feel. I'm sorry if I offended you, but I'm really not sorry. I apologize if it offended you. I'm not sorry. I apologize if it offended you. However,
but you don't apologize for saying that shit.
right, I am not sorry for saying it.
Yep.
At all.
And how you feel about it is something that you gotta take care of. That's your business. That's not mine.
So I think it's in our best interest, our melanated community, black people, African Americans, Negroes, color, whatever the fuck the
However you
different
identify.
definitions there are. I think it's great to be selfish at first, to find out some things about yourself, find out some things not about yourself, and then it evolves.
Is that what you said?
It's great to it's great to be selfish in a sense at a particular time to learn things about yourself, to love.
Yeah.
I think it's great for us to be selfish at a particular time to learn things about ourselves, to unlearn things about ourselves, and that turns into selflessness.
Okay, that was my next question. I'm going to ask you, how come I can't be selfish and selfless? Why does that have to be an or?
Because the selfish told you to not be selfish. Because they want to be more selfish. When you're selfish, you're going to give selfish advice.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
But you can be both of them at the same time. When it
Yes.
comes, I always say, why does that be
So,
one or
hold
the
on,
other?
backtrack.
But you can be both of them at the same time.
You can be selfish and selflessness.
selfless all at the same time.
Hell yeah. I think so.
I'm selfish because of whatever I did for myself. I did it because it's not even selfish. It's self-care priority. I prioritize my feelings over.
Is that
whatever.
defined as selfishness though?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it is to the sheep, to the folks that don't have the definition
It's a
of
play on
loving
words.
themselves.
However you want to view it, self-care, priority, selfishness.
It doesn't matter.
Same
That's
thing
gonna
as
be
you
all
putting yourself
selfish.
first.
Yeah.
It's gonna be selfish no matter what. But
Hmm.
just because I'm being selfish in my ideals and my
Gotcha. I'm
expression
with you.
doesn't mean that I'm not selfless. Doesn't mean that I do not care about raising.
I'm about to mess y'all up. What if it's all selflessness? Because the very fact that me not taking care of myself doesn't put me in a position to actually help you. So I have to take care of myself so I can also be able to be a benefit to you as well. So that's more me being selfless, because I know that when I interact with my community, I have to be a staple, I have to be a part, I have to be beneficial to my community. But the only way I can be beneficial to my community is to be the best myself.
I think that's a tandem. I think that is a tandem of selfishness,
And
evolve, selflessness, but then it could be a continuum, a circular motion of selfishness and selflessness. How can someone be pissed at you for caring about yourself so much that you have done something better than outside of yourself? How can anyone argue with that?
Right. Yeah.
and there we have it.
That's it. I'm lost.
I don't know.
And there we have it.
You know what to say?
Questions, comments,
Questions, comments.
likes, dislikes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Support.
Another special. Man, this show was crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Subscribe.
I try to act like I'm smart, but you had me
Look,
stumped.
man, I gotta give this to you. The man or woman that knows everything knows that they know nothing at all.
Exactly.
And that is the reason why I live. It's a reason why I feel like I get up every single day so I can learn. Can I say this? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we on.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Thanks for telling me that we on, because I was about to ask a fucking horrible
You were on.
question.
Sound like
Yeah.
a low ball question.
Well,
Kinda,
not really,
not
but
really.
like a reality question. We'll talk about that after.
All right.
Hey, look, I don't think we rabbit trail too much.
No,
we
this
stayed
one.
on
Staying on
topic.
task finally, for the most part.
So I appreciate Jay for bringing this to us, and that's why I knew and I know to a successful business module there needs to be masculine and feminine,
Almost definitely.
because I don't think there's any such thing as something all masculine winning or all feminine is winning.
Right.
Definitely
It
not
is a
getting
balance.
Right. I agree. I know I'm stupid at times. And it ain't like stupid, like book-wise stupid. It's just that the intellect and the insight of a woman.
Sometimes your woman's stupid.
Yep, a woman's stupid, bro.
I know I am, because I'm so used to being functional. Like, okay, I'm not gonna wallow in why this happened. I'm about the solution. I'm not gonna think emotionally. I don't have time to think emotionally.
Right.
I'm thinking logically. How the fuck do we get this done?
Right.
And that's what I think we're built for.
Yep.
But we also need that reminder, think with your heart too. But we can't think with most of our heart. Men, we can't do it. So that's all I'm gonna say. Hey, go ahead and shut us out, Jay, because I just keep
Why
going.
gotta shut us
Because I've been on some different shit.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you
Like,
so much.
Share, subscribe,
I ain't gonna let me finish it out. You
Oh, my
take
bad.
over.
That's that masculine shit. Go ahead.
I got this.
Too late now. You already started. Go ahead, hype man.
He gonna take your slang.
Go ahead, do that.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it.
You stole everything else.
You got
Might as
it.
well.
I'm
Go ahead.
deflecting. Nope, you got it.
Anyway, as always, stay elevated.
Peace. Got the last word in.
Maze Production.